Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into tonight's live, everybody. Welcome on in. Come in, have a seat, take a load off. I'm going to put my fan over towards me a little bit. It's a little warm. I do have Nancy over here in the corner tonight. If she scares you, I'm sorry. She might scare people tonight because I have her over there like kind of stalking me. She's kind of looking down on me. I might have to move her a little bit. She's kind of freaking me out. When I'm looking in the camera, it's kind of making me laugh. But I pulled old Nancy out tonight because we're going to play some Nancy. But I have so much to go over in this case with you guys that we're going to be talking about Mamta Kafle Bhatt tonight, and Nancy's going to be here with us. So, do you have your red wine, Nancy, for National Wine Day? She says she has it, Mary Beth. Welcome in, Catherine. Welcome back, actually. Welcome back. Just saw you a little bit ago. Hey, Cheryl, how the babies doing? I'm going to ask every time till they're 18. Every night till they're 18. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. And it is National Wine Day, I guess. 6 pounds, 3 ounces. Oh, my gosh. They're adorable. And the names are the best. The best. If I had twins, I'd steal their names. I steal those names. Those are some cute names. Amelia and Everly. See, I still know them. And I'm bad with names, and I remember them right off the top of my head. Yeah, we had a lot of people in the day live today too, so lots of people got to see the pictures of the babies. Let me actually see. Where am I at? Let's see. I was gonna tell you guys something, but I don't know where I put it now. But yeah, if you guys missed on our last live, we showed pictures and everything of the babies. Hey, Pooh Bear. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Ladybug. It's good to see ya. Hey, Texas Jewish Dog Mom. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Mary Beth, for gifting out 5 memberships. I saw that. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. I'll get towards the bottom. Hey, Captain. Won't be bothering you guys too much. She's very, very generous to the channel. Very generous. We love her. Amanda Lynn. Princess Mega Elsa. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Okay, I'll get to the bottom. Hey, Phantom. Always gonna sneak one more in there, don't I? And welcome. So yeah, we did a live earlier today. It was just a stream over Bullhorn Betty, to lighten the mood a little bit. Little hump day laughs, I guess, if you would have you. That's what we did on the day live. But Cheryl's daughter had her baby, so Cheryl's now a grandmother in our group. So that's exciting. That has to be exciting. But we are going to be talking about Mom tonight. I'm going to bring up, what do I want to bring up first? We'll bring this up. Actually, we'll bring something else up first. But do you remember yesterday when we did a live during the day? I'm trying to think. My days are getting confused because there's so many lives that we've been doing. But there was somebody over at the home, at the back residence, and we were like wondering who was pulling in there, parked there. Well, it was when the chopper was going up above. Well, apparently they have roommates or people that like rent the basement from them. So we're going to hear all kinds of new stuff today. All kinds of new stuff tonight. But this is the first picture that I put up on the first thumbnail that we ever did over this case. And she was, Mamta is a new mom. Her baby just turned a one year old last week. She's 1 year old. 1 year old. So she's 1 year, and her mama didn't get to make it to her birthday. Basically, she hasn't been seen in a month today, or hasn't been heard of, at least. I'm sorry. Her friend heard from her a month today. And then after that, no one's heard from her. No one's seen her. She didn't go to work. Her work colleagues got concerned because they're like, this isn't like her not to show up to work. So they called for a wellness check on August 2nd. So August 2nd, the cops come to her home in Manassas, and they find her husband. They find her husband, Naresh. He answers the door, and instead of saying, I haven't seen my wife, yeah, I need your help, he says, oh, no, haven't seen her, but I saw her yesterday or 2 days ago. She She'll be back. She's fine. I don't want to report her missing. So the police leave. Then by the 5th, he's down, at the station putting in a report that she is missing. So it says here, it's been 1 month since Mamta Bhatt last had contact with a friend. And to give you guys a little bit more on the case too, actually. So after her husband calls the police, say, they take down the police report and that she's considered missing. That's when the news kind of picks up, I feel like. There's a couple news stories, like about 10 days in, that's when they started picking it up. The officers decided to serve a search warrant at the house of Naresh and Mamta. They found a blood trail from the bedroom leading out of the home. They didn't say which door it went out of, so I don't know if it went out the front door or if this went out a side entrance, a back entrance, like if it was like a side, like garage entrance, what this was, where it was actually. But nonetheless, there was BLOD all over the home, especially in the master bedroom and master bathroom, including the tub. And when they took the tub, they removed the tub out. In the caulking, there was all kinds of red stuff. They don't like when we say the B word on here. I don't know why YouTube has got to be such a stickler for that. We're an educational channel over here. Education. I think that's what I even put my lives under. I don't even put them under entertainment. I think I'd probably get more people if I did that. If I put under entertainment. But it's been 1 month, like I said, since Mamta Bhatt had last contact with a friend. Though her body hasn't been found, the investigation into her husband appears to be closing in. On Tuesday, law enforcement served another search warrant, one of about 10 so far, at the couple's home in Bloom's Crossing. Detectives were seen carrying crates out of the 5-bedroom house as a small crowd gathered outside. One observer told Inside Nova, police brought out an item that looked like an air mattress. I told y'all this. I said they probably didn't even have much furniture in that home. And it probably, I said, just like, I don't know why. I said, I knew they'd be sleeping on an air mattress. Because I don't know, just some of the stuff he said. Sometimes I sleep on the floor, sometimes she sleeps on the floor. Like, and it just, sometimes I sleep in this bedroom, she sleeps over there. It was just weird. It was just like, it wasn't like we sleep in separate bedrooms. It was like we are flip-flopping around. It's like people don't do that normally. I guess you could, though. Naresh Bhatt, 37, has been charged with concealing a dead body related to the disappearance of his 28-year-old wife and mother of their 1-year-old daughter, Neema. That's a 28, 20, 27, or 28 and 37. Later in the day, Manassas Park. Oh, it is Park. I thought that's what it was. When I said it earlier and I wasn't sure, so I said sorry. But Manassas Park Police Chief Mario Lugo told reporters he is anxious to share more information with the community, but cannot while the investigation is active. He wants to hold everything tight to the vest, which I understand that, but they are letting out things. They are letting us know things. And we're going to hear from her friend today. Her friend spoke out. The one that's been out there searching for her still to this day is so actively out there searching for her. And she put out a statement, and it's Naresh wasn't the only one abusing Mamta. Let's just say that. And we'll get to that too. He wasn't the only one doing it. His mama was doing it too. I'm gonna let it cat out of the beans. I can't, or whatever it is, beans out of the can, whatever it is. I can't even keep it in. The mama was doing it. The grandmother. And this case is going to get crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy. It's getting crazy. The mother-in-law was, yeah, DM. I didn't even read through the whole post. I had to stop because I thought I was going to cry. I had to stop. I was like, we're going to save this one for everybody. So Yeah. So um I'll tell you guys about it here in a minute, but yeah, her friend that's been looking for her, she's same culture, same everything. They live the same kind of like similar like lifestyles. Um, I believe they work together as well. And she comes out and she says, if I make a post or if I come out and I say what I want to say, will people help me? I may need a lawyer, I may need this and that. And people, I guess, were there to help. And she put it out. She put it out. And I was like, what? I stopped reading. I was like, no, you're gonna wait. You'll wait to read. Oh, I mean, it's mean mother-in-law. Don't, yeah, right. Faith and like so she was one of those. It was a what's it called? Arranged marriage. Can't think of the word arranged. It was a arranged marriage. We did find that out. We know now she was trying to leave because she was in like she was in these Facebook groups asking for help. And it's just, oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. Um, it says there's a lot I would like to put out there, but unfortunately, I've got to watch what I say. Lugo told reporters before Tuesday night's Manassas Park City Council meeting. Obviously, Naresh Bhatt has been charged and he's got a process in court that we're going through. There potentially could be additional charges we're looking at, so I hate to disclose anything that might jeopardize the case at this point. Very true. Lugo added the several facets of the investigations are progressing. We're getting leads, tips coming in, and we're following up. Obviously, we executed another search warrant in the afternoon at the residence to look for additional evidence. We located additional items. Unfortunately, I can't disclose what they are right now, but we are making progress as we go along. So I wonder what they went back for. Like, because I don't think actually showed it on the stream, but the helicopter was just hovering over the house and the crime scene van was there. So we knew they were going back in to get some sort of evidence or to look for something, but we just didn't know what, and we still don't know what they located. But it says we located additional evidence. So as soon as these start to drop these documents, we'll be getting them. I have to write my letter. I forgot to do that before my live tonight. I meant to do that before the live. I need to do that tomorrow. Because you have to write them and send it in the mail. FBI and Customs and Border Patrol have been assisting city police, he said. Wow. I guess Casey tried to leave. The couple's daughter has been in emergency foster care with a person who knows the family. That's good news. On Wednesday, that's today, Mamta Bhatt's mother and brother arrived in the United States and were reunited with the baby, friends say. That's the best news that I've heard all dang day. That's why I wanted to read this one first. Get us a little good news. The baby's reunited with their grandmother. That's the best news we could get. Real, I mean, like unless we found Mamta like tonight, right now, this is the best news we can get for right now. What I miss. Oh. Yeah, there's Aldo. He's in jail. Yeah, he's in jail. Yeah, he's in jail. They picked him up. They arrested Naresh on I just forgot. Why did I forget? Disposal of a corpse, like disposing of a body like that. But is that what it's called? Now I want to know the exact call. Concealing a dead body. But we don't know where she's at. Like he hasn't spoke anything. He's not cooperating as far as we know. But he could be cooperating. We just don't know it. And that's why they went back to get evidence. But I want to know what the people downstairs heard. Because now we're going to find out that they have downstairs neighbors, like in their basement, not like downstairs. Like I'm talking like in their house. Their house is 3 stories, basement. Family lives down there. They rented it out. Very weird. Oh, I missed you too, Aldo. I'm glad you're here. I wish Aries was here. Aries. I saw Aries earlier, I think. I swear I did. um, let's see where we're at. Tuesday's search was the latest activity in what's been a tumultuous and deflating week for community members hoping to find Mamta Bhatt alive. Naresh Bhatt was arrested on August 22nd. So this case, the 28th was the last time she was heard from a friend. He said the last time he saw her was the 31st, but now we know that she was unalived on the 30th. But I'm wondering if officers would have been that quick to, like, it seemed like he got arrested quick after the news started following him. Like after the news picked up the story, it seems like that's when it just seemed like everything happened so quick. But maybe that's when the officers were like, okay, we gotta take him now because he's gonna try to like flee. And that could have been it. He did have passports for the baby and him out, things of that nature. So bags were packed, things like that. So, in the days ahead, grisly details emerged in court. Prosecutors said dried up was found in the couple's bedroom and bathroom. Naresh Bhatt purchased knives and cleaning supplies from a Walmart in neighboring Loudoun County around the time of her disappearance. It was the day of. The knives were bought on the day of. The cleaning supplies was bought the day after. But his Google searches say from like 4 months ago say he's been planning this for months. So it's like, so if you're planning this for 4 months, why didn't you have your supplies ready? And why did some of them must have happened that day. She must have told him she was leaving him again or something. Because I swear it sounds like everything was planned, but then that was like frenzied. Because you would think, like, why wouldn't you have those things ready? The weapon. Why wouldn't you buy that way in advance so you can't get tracked to the Walmart? And then the next day you go to a Walmart, but you get cleaning stuff. So you think because it's not on the same transaction, they're not going to be able to figure it all out. It's crazy. Yeah, no, he's still been in the chats. I think Germany. I want to say Germany or something. But yeah, he's still been in the chats. I've still been seeing him. It's just a different time there went for him. I don't know. Maybe it's late out for him now. It could be. Where are we? Okay. Okay. I'm like, where were we? He sold his blue Tesla and attempted to sell his house. So I don't know how he was attempting to sell the house, though, if there's people living in the basement. What were you going to do with the people in the basement, Naresh? Were you trying to sell it to the people in the basement? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. And if that's the truth, if that's the reason why, then, if that's what happened, probably not a good idea. Probably wasn't a good idea because I'm sure they're telling the police that. It says, and the husband had entered Google searches related to the death of a spouse. During a bond hearing on Monday, prosecutors read the Google searches. And I wonder if there's any more, but these were two of them. How long does take to get married after spouse dies? And what happened in the event of dying spouse? Stupid work computers, they always get you, Judge Lisa Beard in Prince William County Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court found probable cause that Naresh Bhatt is a danger to the community and he is a flight risk. She denied his request for bond. Motions in the case are scheduled again for Thursday morning, most likely a defense bond appeal. We all know he's not going to get a bond. So good luck, good try. See you later. We'll see you in October or September for your next court date. Friends, coworkers in the local Nepalese County community have rallied in the aftermath of Mamta Bhatt's disappearance to find her, bring her killer to justice, and take care of the couple's daughter who turned 1 on August 20th. And yeah, he got to spend at least her first birthday with her. They should have taken him 2 days earlier than they did. They should have taken him the day before this little girl's birthday or something. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to have been able to spend that first birthday with her. You know? Her mama didn't get to. And Mamta's all on like TikTok and just has the baby and stuff. It's just so sad. Many gathered at the Manassas Park Council meeting Tuesday night to advocate for victims of domestic violence and voice their hope for Mamta's remains will soon be found. It's amazing, Lugo told reporters at City Hall Tuesday night. I didn't know Mamta prior to this. I didn't know this community was that tight, and it's amazing that they're keeping her in the spotlight. I encourage them to continue doing that. It encourages us to continue on with this investigation and figure out what exactly happened. That's pretty nice of the chief of police or whatever to say that, about her. That's really sweet. Oh, Callie, me too. Yeah, I think if he when they first entered back into that home the other day, I thought maybe they missed her somehow. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he did something to her and she's there. But then they like rolled out and there was nothing, nothing was other than the little bit of stuff they took. They didn't take anything, where they were digging or taking anything big out. But I think that the Tesla is going to hold a lot of information. It's, they track every single thing you do. Like we drove one last year for like 10 days or whatever it is, however long we're on vacation, 7 days, 10 days. I think it's 10 days. I don't like them cars at all. Like not because they're like that. I just didn't like the car at all. I just didn't like the way it felt, but it has a lot of features. It records inside, outside. GPS on it is insane. It's going to record I think it even records the difference in the air quality and stuff in those cars. During the council meeting's public comment time, 3 community members addressed the ongoing investigation and its wider impact. The recent developments have left us all in shock and grief. Tyree said, Mamta was a beloved mother, a friend, a neighbor, and her losses felt deeply by all of us. Her disappearance and the circumstances that have come to light are a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist within our community. And then it's just kind of going through what they all said in the meeting. But I wanted to show you guys. Did it? No, this is it. Okay. So we don't know a lot about Naresh. So I wanted to go over this video with you guys, just let you guys listen to it. We'll go through it. It just is going to give us a little bit of the background on him, just since we know a little bit more about Mamta. Let's see who he is. And thanks for being here tonight, guys. I appreciate it so much. If you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button, hit all the buttons, hit the subscribe button too.
Missing Manassas Park mother. It is a story so many of you have been asking for updates about. And tonight, Mamta Kafle.
Sorry, it's not very loud.
Bhatt's husband will remain in custody without bond. A Prince William County judge says Naresh Bhatt poses a threat to the community and that he may be a flight risk. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. Rafael Sanchez Cruz was the first to report on Mamta's disappearance. He was inside the courtroom where new details were revealed about the couple's home life prior to the disappearance.
So let's talk to Rafa about this. What did we learn?
Yeah, Leslie, Simone, prosecutors say that back in February, Mamta called police and made allegations of domestic abuse against her husband. Prosecutors are also saying that Naresh Bhatt made some concerning Google searches on his work computer about life after his wife's death. Tonight, prosecutors revealing that the U.S. Secret Service has offered up evidence in the case against Naresh Bhatt. Back in April, prosecutors say that the 37-year-old used his work computer to Google how long does it take to get married after spouse die and what happened to debt died spouse.
That moment today, it's like, oh, they've got him for murder one.
Naresh Bhatt has not been charged with the murder of his wife of more than 3 years. Mamta Kafle.
That lady was awfully.
The public defender arguing today that without a body, Naresh Bhatt should not be in custody for concealing a dead body. The defense presented this video of Prince William County Commonwealth attorney as evidence.
Is she alive?
or dead? We don't know.
Today, prosecutors said Mamta had spoken to police in February, claiming her husband would not give her documents and that he had destroyed her phone. They also reference these Facebook posts where an account under Mamta's name asked for help on a page for single mothers in the DMV.
These are the posts that we saw the first night we went over this.
Work 2 days a week and my husband is not helping to take care of baby. He is saying that if I leave baby with him, he will send child to custody. Is it possible?
Mamta was being abused. Mamta cried for help. Mamta was harmed in a significant way by Naresh Bhatt, and we can say that very openly now.
Friends and colleagues say Naresh did not disclose to investigators why Mamta would not come home sometimes.
You said to me on the phone that she's left before.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. How many times? What were the
He looked like hell. Look at him. He looks like hell. Wow. What a couple of days can do to a guy.
circumstances? Did you call police?
No, at that time we never called police, like
Right?
at that time altogether 3 times.
You know, she wasn't going happily on vacation. She was going because she was physically threatened and worried about the safety of her and her baby.
Prosecutors say that the last place that Mamta's phone pinged to a cell phone tower was near a body of water in Loudoun County. One of the groups that's been conducting searches says they're going to focus in Loudoun County to continue their efforts to find Mamta. As for Naresh Bhatt, he's due back here in court on October 24th, but the public defender who's representing him says he wants to move that date up because he feels that he should not remain in custody. I'm live in Manassas, Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
Loudoun. Wasn't that the same place? Then he got the. Hold on. Loudoun County. I'm trying to see where he got the cleaning supplies. Okay. Loudoun County. Yeah. So her phone last pinged. Thank you, Glowbug, for giving out 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Her phone last pinged in the same county where he was at the Walmart getting the knives. And then the next day after she's unalived, right? He's seen at the Walmart again in Loudoun County, it said, buying cleaning supplies. So, did he drop her off somewhere on the way to get cleaning supplies? Because I was going to say, look, on his way to work, like, his work trip, because most of, I don't know, most married couples, they go to work, they come home, go to work, come home. You know what I mean? Like, I would watch his work, like, or if something is different out of his GPS, then go straight directly there. But, But thank you for gifting those. That's so nice. And thanks again, Mary Beth, for gifting out 5 memberships too. I know, Linda, they all the criminals do. That's why I tell them all the time, go to Walmart. Do it. Please. They have the best camera systems ever. Ever. You're not going to get away with nothing. Okay, that was all of that. But yeah. Okay. This is what I wanted to read you guys. And then I'm going to read up above here. I haven't got to go through the comments yet. I'll go through those and we'll see. I'll go through them later, but You think so, Callie? You think he put her in that water over there? It said it was near the water that her phone last pinged. But if she was in water, unless she's hunkered down really good, the gases are going to, would have released and her body would have surfaced, right? By now? Yeah, by now for sure. Yeah, by now. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks now, 4 weeks. In 2 days, it'll be a month. But it's been a month since anyone's talked to her today. But this is the Find Mamta Kafle Back Facebook page. It's ran by one person. And it's one of her friends, like I said, that's out there actually actively searching for her, trying to get the word out. She was, in the beginning, the only one doing it. But here it says, I know I haven't been saying very much. I have been trying not to worry my team because I tend to say what I know is true without worrying the ramifications, but I'm committed to the truth. Would you be willing to help me find a lawyer? I can amend the GoFundMe to include those expenses. Anything I spend money on, you guys will know. I am committed to the truth, and I won't be muzzled by fear or potential legal ramifications. And like I said, she's in the same, not the same situation, but like lives a similar lifestyle, life to Mamta, except for I don't think that she's being abused and all of that. But you know what I mean? Like the same, culturally, they are very similar. So she would know more about this stuff than I would know. Do you know what I mean? There was something I wanted to look. Okay, if there's not, then we'll see. But it says, this was 21 hours ago. And this comes from her, the person that's number one on her team right now. I mean, other than her mama. Her mom's home. Her mom's here in the country now. But there was nobody really in this country that was really had her back like this person did. And you can see even like the little pictures of her doing her daughter's. This was for her, for Mamta's daughter, Neema's first birthday. And they did this for her, They wanted her to know that she was loved. She's loved. She's thought of, especially on her first birthday, And they didn't have to think of that. What kid really remembers their first birthday? Not a one of us. But I bet this little girl will. And I bet you she's going to remember, though, these people that came out here, because she's going to look at this picture and she's going to know that people came out there to help try to make it a little bit better for her. Sad. It's really sad. She says, I have been extremely reluctant to make this post, and I know that the backlash from this post will be unlike backlash I have received before. Unfortunately, and put yourself in somebody's shoes, like in her shoes. I am committed to the truth regardless of how ugly it is. I do not gain anything from saying this. I may actually need a lawyer after this. I have gotten so many messages from women who are survivors of domestic abuse who resonate with Mamta. I know this page is about her, but if it is also about domestic A, so many people don't understand how domestic A, I'm just going to say DV when she says that, can arise. And I feel that I have a platform to warn others. DV thrives off shaming victims into silence. Their tactics include blame shifting, gaslighting, and manipulation. Today, I am not going to be silenced. I'm not going to be silenced. I am going to say her truth, come what may, because I love her and I love women. The abuse Mamta faced was not a secret. And this is what's sad, because there's so many people that failed her then. Not only did Naresh abuse her, but his mother also abused Mamta. In an interview, family members described how she was starved by both Naresh and his mother after she had her baby. In one instance, Naresh tripped in the bathroom and Mamta made a snide remark in Napoleon, something along the lines of, well done. Both Naresh and his mother, I cannot pronounce her name, Bat, beat Mamta until she was black and blue. Unfortunately, Mamta's family was well aware of her situation. Friends were also aware. She was not provided with the support she needed to leave. Her family is now the leading evidence of the fact that they were aware, and in their most recent interview, they are claiming that Mamta did not have an arranged marriage and that they were not aware of the abuse she faced. I am not sure why they are changing their story. All I know is that they are. I am not going to publicly speculate. I'm just giving you the facts. I got watery all of a sudden. That's sad. And I believe her. I believe this woman. I believe this woman with my whole heart. I believe her because she's been the one out here. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't know about Mamta. Like, she was putting the flyers up before there was any news out there, man. But it's like, where was she? Why didn't you do? I mean, I'm sure she's beating herself up, but I mean, if you see something, say something. You can't make anybody, though. That's the thing. Because if you make somebody, then they're just going to be mad at you. That's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen there, but you can be there. It says Naresh kicked Mamta out of the house and completely drained their joint bank account. He canceled her phone plan and took her phone. Oh, that's where her phone is, huh? Naresh. She didn't break it and bust it before she left that one day. He left her with nothing. At this time, she went to stay with a friend. She did provide Mamta with a second cell phone and helped her create her own bank account. Mamta did not have the family or community support she needed. She tried to speak with a social worker. She tried to speak with community leaders. Some have even gone on to publicly express that Naresh was not a suspect, if you remember. I do remember when they put that statement out about the... Damn, do you guys remember that post? Okay, the police put out a post in the beginning and it said that the husband was cooperating. I wonder what officer said that. Who was the officer that said that post? Wow. She's telling us who said it. Some have even gone on to be publicly express that Naresh was not a suspect. There is no record of Naresh having a violent history because everyone involved failed to report it. Mamta began looking for help online. She wasn't aware of the resources available to her, and she was deeply trusting. She did not know what her rights were and believed Naresh when he said he could take away the baby's custody and give her up for adoption if she tried to leave him. Naresh was also essaying her. Wow. Mamta, man. You have the right to make a report to the police when you are abused. Even if you don't want to press charges, having a documented police report can help you in the long run should you need to pursue legal action. Well, you can't say that, honey, for sure, honey. If you call the police on someone and you tell them that they hit you, they're going to go and arrest that person. Even if you say you don't want to press charges, they're still going to go arrest that person. One of y'all going to jail. That's how that goes. This ain't the 80s. I don't agree with that part at the end. You know what I mean? One of y'all do go to jail. Go talk to a social worker, though. Go to a DV, domestic violence advocate. That's what they're there for. Mia, you're getting kicked out. I don't know what's going on with this dog tonight. Hold on. Let me go kick her out. All I did was move my chair back. Did you hear her paws? Her claws just like scratched the floor. My lordy. She's too big for her own good. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You think I live in a mansion all the time? It took me just to get the dog out, but I didn't. I didn't get her nowhere. She's walking again. I got her in the bed and then she's walking around again. She won't go out there though. She doesn't want Vincent. She wants me. I don't know what her deal is today. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Otto. What are you doing, Mia? She's been acting weird today. I don't know what's up with her. She was like eating grass. Like, I think her belly's upset. And then she was eating the plant. Like, what are you doing, dog? we've taken her out like 4 times, you know, but she's got fresh water, everything. She's just in her feels. Okay, so let's go over to this is only a minute or 2 minutes long. I wanted to show you this. This is just about the people that live downstairs in the basement. Like, this is weird. Who buys a house? I mean, I guess there's probably a lot of people that do that kind of stuff now, but I would not. There'd be no way in hell on earth if I owned a home that I'd be renting out my basement to a whole family of people. I don't know. No. That would just, like, I live in an apartment. This doesn't feel weird to me. That feels like way closer than I am with my neighbor. Do you know what I mean? It's just very weird. But it's also very weird though for 2, I guess, I mean, for 3 people, that's a pretty large home. But I guess it's not for 3. If you have a baby, I mean, that'd be okay. But it's very weird. Having like a whole, I mean, I wonder how many people live down there.
The news was first on scene today
Oh, and I like her dress, by the way.
as authorities conducted another search at the Manassas Park home of a missing woman. Mamta Bhatt has not been seen for nearly a month now, and her husband is now charged with concealing a body. Mamta's remains still haven't been found. 7 News' Rebecca Turco has been out at that home all day. Rebecca, you've spoken with authorities as well, and you've learned there were other people who live at that home.
The chief tells me the basement here is actually being rented out. Now, he doesn't know exactly by how many tenants, but neighbors tell me that it's a family that's living here. So, of course, people are wondering whether that family saw anything, whether they heard anything. Now, police spent about 3 hours at the house here searching the home. Earlier, we saw authorities take a search dog around the property and inside the home. Police have been really making their way throughout the property, carrying gear to gather additional evidence. Mamta Bhatt has been missing for about 4 weeks now. The chief tells me they conducted another search warrant today for additional evidence, but he can't disclose what evidence they were looking for at this time. Now, neighbors, meanwhile, of course, hope police find Mamta soon. One woman who lives nearby tells me she's been so stressed not knowing what's going on that police just haven't told her much.
I wish we could have some details, but I guess they're not giving up details. Even to say that, you know, we're doing some more work to collect more evidence. They didn't even say that. They just said, you're fine. Her tenants are fine. And everything is okay.
Her tenants are fine. I caught that when I heard this earlier. Her tenants. Her tenants. Isn't that weird? So they weren't his? Were they Mamta's tenants? Or were they under his name, I wonder? I haven't received anything, Mary Beth, but I can look. If you sent it earlier, I can look. I didn't get it earlier, though. Or not. If it was during the live, then I haven't checked, but I don't know. But if it was, I'll have to check. I'll have to check either way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the chief tells me they are following up on tips as they continue to investigate Mamta's disappearance. Reporting live in Manassas Park, Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
Yeah, I got it.
New answers.
Oh, thank you, Mary Beth. Yeah, I got it. It just didn't come in. Good thing I look at that every day. Good thing I do, because sometimes it doesn't beep in. Like sometimes it'll like send me all kinds of notifications, but it didn't. It's probably because I haven't packaged it up yet. What's up with the neighbors around these matters? Don't hear anything at all. Right? They better hear something. Oh yeah. Are you talking about Kohlberg or what? Sarah's Black. Oh, Kohlberg, yeah, I don't know. What time is it? I mean, I hate streaming his court hearings. It's just Anne being Anne, you know what I mean? For like 3 hours. Sometimes, yeah, we'll do it. But you might only stay on half the time. Come back for the ending of it or something. Because man, her voice is like nails on chalkboard. Now I can deal with the trial. This is just blah 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 blah. We're not moving it. We're not moving the trial. No, we can watch it, especially if they're and well, it just, it gets me is the judge. Let's sidebar, sorry. But with the Idaho case, that's what gets me so mad. No, I knew he had a court date tomorrow. I thought about if I streamed it, I was like, oh, come on early so you can read through the new document that came out, blah, blah, blah. I had it all in my head. But no, just with, I don't know, just with these hearings right now, it's just, and where's Jay Logston been? I mean, I'm kind of missing him even. And then the judge doesn't make no decision. He doesn't make a decision ever. Is it not in there right? Maybe it's not in there right. It's titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com though. If it's not in the email thing, right? Well, shoot. Maybe that's why I haven't got anyone's emails. Maybe that's why I'm not part of the team. Everybody's part of a team out here, This team, that team. You team, I team, we all team for the team. I was just kidding. Yes, I was talking about that earlier, but you guys are my team. Right? The judge is as annoying as the defense attorneys, Callie. I'm like, come on, Judge John Judge. You're named that for a reason, and you're a judge. Come on, judge something. Judge something. If he doesn't judge anything tomorrow, though, man. No, but Nash Native, what's going to happen tomorrow? This is what happens, right? Because I stream them every time. I'll be streaming the stupidest court hearings. I will. And then all of a sudden, everyone will have a live going. And I'll be like, oh, wow. The judge is on the inside, always. We were going to actually go over Idaho tonight and segue into that for tomorrow, but I wanted to get some of this information out. So that's why we did Mamta tonight, because there's a lot of people doing Mamta, like a lot of big people, like big creators, like from like smaller people from the Fox 5 or Fox isn't, but Fox 5 News in Washington, DC, they're doing a story. The lady that actually interviewed Naresh at the front door, she sat down with another news anchor and they went through the whole case, and it was very interesting. Nancy Grace, of course, our girl, is on it. She's on it now. Actually, she was on it the first time too. She was on it in the beginning of the case. And then Vinnie Politan just did something on it. So, and then I think Law and Crime did. They have a video on it. I'm like, dang, just everybody. And Nancy's got the necklace on over the cross. What are you doing, Nancy? I like that sweater. I bet it's cool looking. Okay. We'll play Nancy here. We haven't played Nancy in forever. It seems like I have not seen this woman's face in forever, other than when I look at her over here. See, but I don't get this Nancy. I need this kind of a Nancy face. She really is digging, isn't she? Yeah, she is. She is. She's there. She's here for it.
Tonight,
and we're gonna watch this together. I haven't watched this yet. I've been saving it to watch tonight. That's why I know all about the other ones, because I watched those today.
Mom, Mamta, just 28. In the last hours, we learned about a pink stain, according to police, on the carpet in the home. We also learn, invisible to the naked eye, but discovered with luminol, blood specks on the bathroom caulking.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, they used Bluestar when they went in there, so they weren't messing around. And I guess the whole place lit up like Christmas tree.
That bathtub now seized by police. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
Mamta is an incredibly dedicated person. Being a nurse was her absolute dream, and she was completely committed to it.
You don't become a NICU nurse without being a very, very dedicated nurse.
And the gender reveal had already happened. They knew they were having a baby girl.
Nothing was going to stop her.
Look how she's glowing.
Where is Mamta? In the last hours, disturbing evidence is being uncovered. We learn not only has luminol detected blood in the bathroom, the bathtub has been seized Also, issues regarding blood traces in the master bedroom. Again, thank you for being with us in our search for Mamta. If you know or think you have evidence on her whereabouts, tip line 703-361-1136. Repeat, 703-361-1136. Recall, her entire family lives in Nepal. She's got nobody. The search for her was launched by her friends at a baby shower. They
Someone remind me to tweet Nancy Grace again about Madeline and
banded
Kojikari.
together to bring her case to the national forefront, and they have. What does her husband have to say? Listen to our friends at WUSA.
Yeah, it's been very terrible time, like we are just, like my baby and then myself, we are just waiting every minute and second, just waiting like to get the, I don't know how to explain.
And more from our friends at WUSA. Listen to Mamta's husband.
Been like, very good, like, since like 2 months, like before that, one time we have like some arguments because, yeah.
Do you want to grab her?
Yeah.
Now, I'm very
Like one time we had some
curious
arguments.
about
Like that one time we had some arguments and then the baby cried. It was like just took his mind off of it right then and there.
many other statements made by her husband, Naresh Bhatt. But I want you to hear this from WUSA 9.
So I'm the sufferer one. I'm the sufferer. My baby and then myself, like we are suffering the most.
We are suffering the most. Remember that? Look at her face. Look at Nancy. I don't think I could get her any better. Right, Nancy? That's what he said. That's what he said. He's suffering the most. Him and his baby are suffering the most.
She's the one missing. I'm hearing about invisible to the naked eye, blood in the bathtub, blood in the caulking around the edges of the bathtub, blood traces in the bedroom, and he's suffering. Can I hear that one more time? This is Mamta's husband speaking to WUSA 9. Listen.
So I'm the sufferer one. I'm the sufferer. My
I'm the
baby and
sufferer
then
one.
myself, like we are suffering the most.
No, you're not. You are not suffering the most. That's just the kind of statement I don't want to hear. Joining me in all-star panel to make sense.
Why can't she just travel like JLR does and go up to people's homes and be the one that interviews them first? Like, really? Like the Brooks Houck interview, they're actually using that in his trial against him. Like, you might get a lot more people like that, Nancy. We might, or people in the world. We might actually get some more confessions out there if we had Nancy at your doorstep. Because, if I did something wrong and Nancy came to my doorstep, I'd be telling.
Of what we know right now, but I've got to go before I go to our investigative reporter. I've got to go straight out to
there she is, the girl down here, the girl with the green shirt. That's the one that interviewed Naresh. She was the interviewer.
One of Mamta's dear friends who actually brought this case to the forefront.
And then that's Mamta's friend. I'm sorry, right there in the upper left-hand corner.
Who has been looking for Mamta, who has been at her own expense, been out there making digital flyers, putting them out, speaking for Mamta, has created a GoFundMe to help the organization of the search. With me is Nadia Navarro. Did you hear the husband say, and I quote, "I'm the sufferer"?
Did you see her eyes roll? Did you guys see that eye roll? Oh, she did it. She did it. Okay, watch.
The search. With me is Nadia Navarro. Did you hear the husband say, and I quote,
I'm sorry, that made me laugh. Because she's like, here comes his bull crap. This girl does not believe him for a second or anything that comes out of his mouth. She knew, in my opinion, right away what happened to her friend. Wow, I'm gonna go back a minute. I just want you guys to see it one more time because That's got to be the biggest eye roll in like on TV history, especially in Nancy Grace history.
Did you hear the husband say, and I quote, "I'm the suffering one. I'm suffering. We're suffering the most." What?
I think he's a ridiculous man. Truly.
I think a lot more than that. Can you expound?
He just has no empathy and he's tone deaf.
Okay, you know what? I think that you are kind and gracious. I'm not. Let me go straight out to Adrian Puckarell, who is an acquaintance of the husband. Mr. Puckarell.
I think the first night about the DMS, if we thought it was innocent, I think the first night we were all side-eyeing. We were all, but I think, we're trying not to prejudge, but he's the sufferer right now. That's the interview that we got to see though.
Served 14 years in the U.S. Army, has been a congressional candidate, and was an acquaintance with the husband, Naresh Bhatt.
And I do think she was leaving him. I think she said something that night to set him off, to where like she said something, I believe. And I mean, nothing's going to, nothing justifies that, of course. But I think that's what set him off, and that's why he went and got the knives. Because it's like, why did you all of a sudden, you're like, put your plan into like, high gear, like all of a sudden when you were planning it out for 4 months?
Mr. Puckarell, thank you for being with us. First of all, you believe that you have been misconstrued in the press. And I want to get to that in just one moment. But first, I want to deal with the facts before us. His wife is missing, the mother of his child. Did you have any idea this guy would come out with a statement, "I'm the one suffering"?
First of all, thank you for having me. The statement, the guy, pretty much, if you ask me, I will call him as a psychopath. Completely a lot
of what?
Call him as a psychopath. Completely a lot of lies there, a lot of lies.
Psychopath.
Is lying again and again. Even the conversation he was having with some of the veterans who decided to step in to ensure the baby's protected. We did not know the extreme he has gone, but we definitely had a doubt that he has something to do with it, because we asked.
Well, hold on. Let me be very clear, Mr. Puckarell, before you go any further.
So this guy was probably, I'm going to assume, over at Naresh's house while his wife's missing. They're comforting him, and all the time, he's the reason why she's missing, and presumed dead.
Sure.
And Nancy gonna let him make no excuses.
When you have a friend or an acquaintance, and you know them in routine life, you may have no idea that they have a dark side. In fact, having prosecuted many, many violent felonies, more than I can even count, and worked at the Battered Women's Center, one thing about batterers and abusers, they can be very charming. And I've got Scott Peterson on my mind. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he was convicted of murder of his wife and unborn son. Yet everybody that knows him, other than Lacey's family, think he was very charming, outgoing, the life of the party. You would never suspect. So I'm very curious about this dichotomy, how someone can be so charming and likable to his friends, but then at home, he is a violent abuser. And again, this guy, Mamta's husband, Naresh Bhatt, has not been convicted of anything, and under our jurisprudence, he remains innocent until proven guilty, if in fact he ever goes to trial. But back to what I'm asking to Adrian Puckarell. You stated that you believe he lied to a group of veterans he was speaking to. What?
Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy's face. Sir, Act like you're like, I mean, at least a little bit excited to be here. I mean, can you give us a little smirk? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know this is a serious topic, but he has the worst case of like resting. I don't give a F face. It's not even resting bitch face. I don't know what this face is. He looks like he's gonna fall asleep.
What was he saying?
So the first question we all ask, Naresh, do you have anything to do with it? Bunch of other veterans asked the same thing, but I was just watching and trying to listen to his answer because I told him, no matter whatever it is, be honest. Army, we have a ethos. One of them is honesty, and I say make sure you be honest, whatever it is. But he never answered that question. Like if somebody asked me,
Oh. And sir, you are in the military and he didn't answer you. And you didn't take him out. Like, what do you mean? The guy talking is an acquaintance of Naresh's. So he's a military buddy of him. Military, they're in the military together. And he's saying, I told him to be honest with me. And when I asked him, well, he never wanted to answer the question.
About my spouse, and it has anything to do with it, most likely my expression would be, are you out of your mind? What are you trying to say? Those kind of things. But he always say, we haven't had any argument since April, 4 or 5 months. He never say yes or no. And that was right there, the indication that I picked. Okay, he has something to do.
Maybe they hadn't had an argument in 4 or 5 months, but maybe that's how long it took her to save up money to get away from him. And then that night she said, I'm getting away from you. Oh man.
And joining me.
Oh yeah, that was when he was Googling. Yeah, he was Googling this when he started planning this 4 or 5 months ago.
Is a very dear friend of Mamta's, Nadia Navarro, and a friend and acquaintance with the husband, Naresh Bhatt. So when you guys asked him, just be honest, did you have anything to do with it? He wouldn't say yes or no.
I never directly asked him.
Hold on, I'm throwing this to Adrian. Sorry, Nadia. Adrian, so the question is, did he never say yes or no?
That is correct. He would never say yes or no. He would always say, we haven't had fight or even simple argument for 4 or 5 months. And that is really the first thing I picked on the first time I met him in his house. First time I went to his house with other veterans. Because before this event, I had probably met him about 2 to 3 times during the lesson.
So you went into the home. When was that?
She was way too good for this guy.
So I was notified on the 6th by the email police reporter. Like I said, I knew him as
Look
a
at him.
Nepali
Look, there's a shirt. There's
veteran,
a shirt.
Nepali American.
There's the shirt. He loves that shirt. He's going to miss that shirt. Why is he always wearing that dang shirt? I probably wear the same shirt all the time, but I don't even know it. Do I? Who knows? Because, no one knows. But I really always forget what I wear. But I always remember what Naresh is wearing. Now, if he asked to wear street clothes and he comes in wearing this polo shirt, I'm done. But look at him back there. Doesn't he look creepy? Creepy. She looks like she's smiling. She looks warm. He looks creepy. That would be like me saying, whatever you do, Vincent, don't smile. Like, just don't smile. Whatever you do, don't smile. This guy is creepy. Looking back there, standing back there, looking like all weird.
Veteran, there is a group. When I talk on the phone, I asked him, because I'm a PTSD survivor and I'm a mental health advocate too. So I asked
Oh, with the baby in the middle.
Asking if there's any bad thoughts in his head. He says a human, here and there. So I immediately wanted to sit down and talk to him and just to see.
So you didn't think any of this was a problem there, military guy? He won't give you a straight up answer if he unalived his wife or had anything to do with her missing, her disappearance. And a
his
myth.
behavior and behavior to the child. So from there, my biggest focus became a child, Neema.
So much ground to cover. Let's switch off what we know of the husband's questionable or curious behavior and talk about the evidence that we believe was found in the home. Joining me is Nana Saintu Bonsu, investigative reporter Fox 5. Nana, thank you for being with us. What's your understanding of what has been found inside Mamta's home?
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for having me. So a lot of different things came out in the court documents, but what we know for sure is that there were some blood stains found somewhere near the master bedroom and bathroom area. We also know that their bathtub has been taken away for evidence. We were actually outside, I believe it was Wednesday, when Prince William County Police and Manassas Park Police had the home taped off and caution tape, crime scene investigators going in and out with bags, paper bags, plastic bags, gloves, coming out of the house with carpet and different items from inside the residence. But what we know for sure is that there was some form of blood stains found in the master bedroom and that bathroom.
Joining me is...
Wonder where his mom's at. Wonder where she is. Where is she at? Wonder if she's over here. Wonder what's going on with her. Because if they're both doing this, stuff to her, right? Who would you call? Who would you call if you did this to your wife? Your mama? Especially if she's doing it to her too, right? You call mom. Mom, I messed up this time. I did it. I hit her too hard this time. Or, you know what I mean? Went too far this time. But haven't heard. Nepal? So she must just come over here every once in a while and just, smacks her around a little, when she's here. And then when that makes me sick. And then she just flies back to her country like none the wiser.
Is Nana Saintu Bonsu from Fox 5. Also with me, Brian Fitzgibbons, Director Operations USPA Nationwide Security. Brian, thank you so much for being with us. Have you analyzed the evidence that you were learning about, taken from the home and discovered in the home?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Nancy. In addition to that blood, investigators found a tremendous amount of digital evidence, and that's going to be crucial in this case as they piece together Naresh's activities in the last days that they were sure that Mamta was at that residence.
That's very cryptic, Brian Fitzgibbons, and we have 1 hour to cover the evidence. Brian Fitzgibbons, when you say there was a lot of digital evidence, let's just break it down. Are you referring to searches made on Google, on Naresh Bhatt's computer, on his devices, such as how long to marry after spouse dies? That search, that digital search? Are you more concerned with what happened debt after spouse dies? What happened debt after spouse dies? How long to marry after spouse dies? Those are the Google searches, among many others that we have just learned about. Is that troubling to you? Is that the digital evidence? Or are you referring to the ping, P-I-N-G evidence?
This is going to be everything, Nancy. So you have the ping in Loudoun County, 10 to 15 miles to the north, as a potential disposal site. And you're dealing with these Google searches, which resonate and sound quite a bit like the Brian Wall.
Do you think you guys, okay, a lot of you guys probably have, maybe you'll know. I didn't grow up in a 3-story house. You know what I'm saying? We had one level. So we didn't have a basement or anything, but would you guys be able to hear commotion, like loud commotion like that? Let's not say like there's yelling or anything, but just commotion. Would you be able to hear that all the way if you're in the basement with the TV on or something, say? Because maybe they didn't hear anything down there, but who knows? But maybe that's where his mom lives. Right? Put her in prison too. Put them all in there together.
Walsh case in Cohasset, Massachusetts.
Guys, we are talking about the evidence found inside the home. Brian Fitzgibbons has led us
I don't know. Some of these pictures, she doesn't look happy though.
to another prong of
Like
the
that one, she looks happy. I don't know about him. He never looks happy. He looks like he's just something. But there are pictures you can see where she doesn't look very happy.
evidence, and that is digital evidence. You know what I like about digital evidence and blood evidence? It cannot be refuted. You might want to put a spin on it, but it cannot be refuted, Brian Fitzgibbons.
That's correct, Nancy. There's going to be we call it digital exhaust from Naresh's activities immediately following whatever happened with Mamta that led to her disappearance. And it seems like investigators have a mountain of this right now.
Discovering a pink stain on the carpet in the master bedroom, investigators notice what appears to be a blood trail leading from the bedroom to the master bedroom's bathroom. Using Bluestar Technology in the bathroom, detectives are shocked as the
Why has Nancy got the creepy background music?
entire bathroom floor is illuminated with what appears to be blood.
Nancy, that was creepy music.
The last time I spoke to her
that was some creepy music.
Was July 28th. Got a call from a friend I met at Mamta's baby shower.
According to her co-workers, she did not show up for her shift on the 1st.
I thought that was impossible. She would never have missed a shift. I mean, nobody knew that she was missing. Her neighbors were not even aware. Her next door neighbors had no idea. I wasn't going to let that happen.
Where is missing mom, Mamta? Is she alive? Is there any chance she is still alive? Listen to what we've learned.
Investigators looking for Mamta Bhatt arrive at her home with search warrants and walking in the front door are shocked to see the home in disarray. It appears that luggage has been packed and in plain view for all to see. Passports for Mamta's husband Naresh and their daughter Neema. Officers inside the home use Bluestar Technology, a forensic kit allowing criminal investigation technicians with a complete tool to reveal the presence of invisible blood traces at a crime scene, uncovering pools of blood and blood spatter in the home. In the master bedroom, the bed is moved to obstruct access to the closet. After moving the bed, detectives observe a light pink stain on the carpet they suspect to be blood.
Straight out to Brian Fitzgibbons joining us, Director of Operations, USPA Nationwide Security. Brian, and to all of our guests, thank you for being with us, and to Nadia Navarro, who is a very dear friend of Mamta's. I know this evidence must be overwhelming to you to hear about bloodstains and potential pools of blood and peeing evidence, and it just goes on and on. Is there a chance Mamta is alive? Brian, if you could explain Bluestar Technology.
I'm going to say no because of the drag marks. Like, even if he dragged her to the car and she was still alive, I just still don't think that she would have made it to where we put her. And then a month later, of course, obviously.
Bluestar Technology, Nancy, is very similar to luminol, and this is one of the most effective new blood reagents in the markets used by crime scene techs that's going to have very high sensitivity to detect traces of blood that would be not seen by the naked eye.
You know, I'm very curious. One thing that is disturbing among so many is the potential cleanup. Because in a bathroom, it could be argued, you would expect to find whoever lived there, you may expect to find some of their blood. But when it's been cleaned up, or when there is a great deal of blood, for instance, in the case of Jennifer Dulos, missing mom of 5 out of Connecticut, there was a vast quantity of blood in her garage and blood elsewhere in her home. She and her husband were separated at that time. Based on the amount of blood that was found in her garage, it was easily deduced that wherever she was no longer alive. To Nana Saintu Bonsu joining us from Fox 5, a lot of items were taken from the home. We know in particular, police are looking at the bathtub and the bedroom carpet. What can you tell us about items removed from the home?
You know, right now we've asked about these items that were pulled out of their home, and police, like they've been doing for the past couple of weeks, aren't sharing too much information with us. But what we gathered is that this is all evidence that will be used in this investigation. But while we were at the house, we also saw that police spent a lot of time in the garage. They actually took some cardboard papers to cover the windows so that the news crews outside couldn't see what was going on in this garage. So in addition to this bathtub and the carpets that they removed from the house, we know that they were focusing in this garage area. What exactly was going on, we don't know. But it's also important to note that court documents showed, as well as neighbors informed us, that Naresh sold his Tesla not too long before police showed up to the house with that search warrant.
Nana Saintu Bonsu, you're absolutely correct. Listen.
On August 19th, Naresh Bhatt sells his Tesla, and friends say he inquires about selling his house as well. When investigators arrive to serve the search warrant, detectives find what can only be described as a chaotic scene. The home appears packed with a suitcase and passports for both Bhatt and his daughter visible. Additionally, police speak to two individuals who claim Naresh Bhatt discusses selling his home the same day he sold his Tesla.
To Dr. Angela Arnold joining us for now.
House to? Who was he going to sell the house to? The people in the basement? I'll say it again. Like, is that who was he? Maybe he was saying, like, I don't know. It wasn't even in his name. I don't think the house was.
A psychiatrist out of the Atlanta jurisdiction. You can find her at AngelaArnoldMD.com. Her specialty is dealing with women. Dr. Angie, thank you for being with us. Dr. Angie, all of that seems ominous. Very ominous in light of the fact that no one can find Mamta, that the passports were there, the suitcases were packed. What would you say, Dr. Angela Arnold, is the single most dangerous time for a woman that has been abused?
Unfortunately, Nancy, the single most dangerous time for a woman is the time from the time they get pregnant until 1 year postpartum. That is, homicide and suicide account for more deaths of a woman that is pregnant to 1 year postpartum than any medical complication that the woman could have during that time.
Wow.
And I want women to know that homicide and suicide are the number one way that a woman in that time dies.
Joining me is Nadia Navarro, friend of Mamta's and who has engineered the GoFundMe. She organized that. Nadia, did you ever speak with the husband, Naresh?
Yes, I did.
Could you describe what happened?
Well, it was at the baby's birthday party. And there were a lot of people there. Nobody wanted me to be alone with him.
Thank goodness.
He said that he needed to speak to me privately, and he asked to speak to me alone. And I said later.
Oh, I'd say no, we go right now, but I need my spy pen.
But I didn't stick around. I left early. And he said he would call me.
So, Nadia Navarro, when you were at the baby's birthday party, it was the first birthday party, is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is, Dr. Angie, curious because it dovetails with what you just told us. Mamta's baby girl had just turned 1. Why is it that no one wanted you to be alone with Naresh Bhatt?
Because everyone was suspicious of him.
What about an incident where you took Mamta to you were trying to take her to the spice store?
he called me multiple times that day, and he demanded that I turn back. And I basically said no, and he was shocked and angry, and he screamed at me.
What exactly did he say?
He started screaming in Nepali.
Did you know what he was saying?
No, I had no idea.
What was Mamta's reaction?
That's kind of made me laugh. Because she kind of laughed, like she was like, he was just yelling at the. If you're speaking a language she doesn't even speak, you're just yelling at yourself at that point. Scream at me all you want, you know?
With him screaming into the phone.
She got really quiet and she apologized.
I would have said, what did he say?
I find that very curious. Okay, the part of what he said that was not in Nepali, what was he saying in English that you could understand?
He was like, what? I guess no one had really, or maybe a woman hadn't said no to him before.
What was he saying?
Interesting.
Well, he was demanding that I turn around, and I'm my own person in my own car. I'm a grown woman, and I said, no, we're just going to the spice store. I don't want to turn around.
Dr. Angela Arnold joining me, a renowned psychiatrist. You just told me that the most dangerous time for a woman in an abusive home is, I think you said, leading up to pregnancy and up to 1 year after giving birth. I find that extraordinarily curious and possibly probative that the baby was just turning 1 when Mamta disappears.
It's horrible. You know, Nancy, what I'm wondering is what was happening in that home leading up to this. I am so curious about that. There are so many things that seem to be left unsaid right now. How did he treat her during the pregnancy? How did he treat her soon after the birth? And what in the world led up to this right before the baby turned 1 year old? Those are the questions that I'm wondering about right now.
Please join us on our mission to find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on the go, catch us on your favorite podcast app where you can get all of our content where we, in our own way, seek justice.
That's a question we've all been asking. Why did it take so long?
She's now been away from her baby girl for quite some time.
So this is a very concerning case. Every day that goes by, there's a baby that doesn't know where her mother is. The chances of her coming home alive go down with every hour that passes.
And I have really bad feelings for this mother because I don't believe she's alive at this point.
We are learning evidence fast and furious. For one thing, we're learning about those, I say, probative, which means it proves something. Other people may just call it curious. Google searches performed by the husband, Naresh Bhatt, for instance, how long to marry after spouse dies. Also, what happened debt, D-E-B, brother T. What happened debt after spouse dies? We are also learning that Mamta's mother has just been granted an emergency visa, and families trying to get her from Nepal here on the scene. I'm also curious right now about what was seen inside the home. To Nana Sentu Bonsu joining us from Fox 5. I'm going to circle back to you, Brian Fitzgibbons, regarding digital data, phone data. But Nana, what more do we know about searches of the computers, searches of phones, and searches of the home? I understand when police arrived at the home, it's a very chaotic scene. Bags were packed, passports were out. What do you know?
Yes, exactly, Nancy. There was a lot going on in the house, and it looked like someone who was ready to leave his home and to possibly leave the country, because we understand that there were passports for him and his 1-year-old daughter, Neema. But we're also learning recently that in court documents that there were a number of searches in his phone as well. That's that digital evidence. And, one of the biggest concerns is that Google search about what happens to what appears to be debt, financial debt, if your spouse dies. So all of these things are now coming out. And I only believe we're going to continue to hear more from prosecutors. And again, that presence.
We're going to hear something about a life insurance policy, I bet.
That was outside the house. We know there has to be more. It can't just be a couple rugs that we saw in this bathtub that was collected. I'm interested to see what exactly police and the prosecutors will continue to share with us when it comes to evidence. But, we also heard, going back to the digital really quickly, that there was a trip to a nearby store or grocery store for cleaning supplies and knives and those kinds of things. So this is just part of the evidence that we're going to continue to learn more about as this case continues to go on. But the most recent things that we're hearing about are those Google searches. What happens to financial debt if your spouse dies?
I'm very curious about the bathtub being taken out. That most recently occurred in famous cases in the Rex Heuermann Long Island serial killer cases. Bathtub, the entire bathroom was totally dismantled. Sometimes difficult to get evidence out of a bathtub drain or a.
I don't know if it's just you, or if it's anyone else can hear, but I just listened back to the sound and it didn't sound like I was breaking up. So I don't know if it's Nancy or if you're saying when I talk it breaks up, but maybe I don't know. Go in, go out. But I checked my sound and it sounded fine. So let me know.
Sink drain, but it can be done if
I know that at one point the lady was talking into the microphone too much on Nancy, so it sounded like she was kind of breaking up.
If it's done in time. We're going to learn a lot about that blood evidence, and we know that the Bluestar kit was used, a luminol search was done. We understand that a bed in the master bedroom was moved, and when the bed was moved, it revealed blood evidence. That leads me to say, what, you're redecorating, you spring cleaning, you just feel like moving your bed suddenly. Have you ever noticed how husbands suddenly turn neatniks when their wives go missing, and they're mopping and they're using detergent, they're doing the laundry, they're moving the bed around, and coincidentally, blood under the bed? Curious. I also want to circle back to Nadia Navarro. We've got a lot to cover. We're going in all different directions. To Nadia Navarro, friend of Mamta's, you stated that at a birthday party for baby Neema, who turned 1 year old baby girl, that no one wanted you to speak to the husband alone. No one wanted you to be alone with the husband, Naresh Bhatt, because they were suspicious. Let me understand the time frame here. Baby Neema turned 1 before or after Mamta disappears?
After.
Aha. No wonder the suspicion. Next, who threw the birthday party?
It was my idea. I wanted to see the baby, and I've been avoiding contacting Naresh, and he did ask me, why haven't you called me? Why haven't you checked in on me when we got to the birthday party?
I'm very curious.
Me still. Me. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you check on me? I was too busy looking for your wife that you weren't doing. I was doing your job, sir. She says she's an outspoken female, right? That's what she says. She should have said to him.
Yes, so he did not consider having a 1 year birthday party for the baby.
No, people begged him on my behalf. They were like, she really wants to have one, and it's also good for the baby because Mamta would have wanted a party for her. And he finally relented because we said it's not about you, it's about the baby and the people that want to celebrate with the baby.
Nadia Navarro, what was the husband Naresh Bhatt's behavior, his
It ain't always about you, Naresh.
demeanor at the birthday party?
Oh my God. It was the strangest I have ever seen him. He was completely different, and his eyes had like a frantic energy about them. just the way they would flip back and forth. And
don't look over here, look over there, because I've been dragging her around the house. Yeah. Oh, and she probably, oh man, just to be her friend, when she was in that home.
He would constantly like look up at me to see if I was looking at him, which I was. I was staring. I was watching how different he was. He kept randomly disappearing from the party as well. When we were on the deck, he would take the baby and go downstairs anytime the baby started to cry, which was often. And then he'd come back up, and we didn't know why he went down, and nobody followed him down. But when he did go down, every time the baby would stop crying.
Guys, I want to talk about very quickly hard evidence. Hard evidence. Listen.
Naresh Bhatt makes inconsistent statements to police when they arrive at the home to conduct a welfare check on his wife, Mamta, on August 1st.
Okay, look at that baby's cute little face. Look at the lips. Oh, Neema, you're adorable. Oh, she's really cute. Look at her little lips. Their little bracelet. Oh.
Naresh tells police his wife isn't home because she's visiting family in Texas or New York and refuses to file a missing person report. On August 6th, investigators say Naresh Bhatt contacts the police to report his wife missing, stating she's been visiting family and was last seen in the early hours of July 31st. He later changes his story, saying he last saw her in the early hours of August 1st. When asked about Mamta Bhatt's cell phone, Naresh claims Mamta destroyed her phone before she went missing.
Destroyed her cell phone. That's it.
No, he took it from her.
On you and on me. So his statement to police, Brian Fitzgibbons, is that Mamta destroyed her cell phone before she went away.
That's unbelievable, Nancy. And the police are going to be able to get a tremendous amount of data, even off of Mamta's phone, if Naresh destroyed it. At this point, given the physical evidence, they're going to be able to get warrants to expand that digital search as well.
We have learned more about the hard evidence, and I'm referring to digital evidence. Regardless of what husband and father Naresh Bhatt may say about his wife, Mamta, destroying her cell phone before she goes missing, it pinged. Listen.
Police know that Mamta's phone is not destroyed, as the phone continues to receive data until July 29th, after which all calls went to voicemail. By August 1st, investigators say the phone has completely died. The last known location of her phone was in Loudoun County, Virginia. Naresh claims he was at a cafe in Loudoun County and provides proof, which coincides with the last area where Mamta's phone pinged a cell tower after she vanished.
Naresh Bhatt is seen on surveillance footage inside the Chantilly, Virginia Walmart as he buys a 3-pack of knives on July 30. Investigators look for the knives as they serve the search warrant on the Bhatt residence. They find one of the knives. 2 knives are still missing. One day after buying the knives,
I want to know how they knew to check the Walmart first before they checked his house for him. Like they knew the receipt before they knew of the purchase. Of like what it was, it seems like.
Naresh Bhatt goes to the Walmart in Loudoun and buys cleaning supplies.
See, and that's where her phone's last pinged. So it's like, I don't know. Almost like drop her off somewhere, grab the cleaning supplies, head back home. Can't be out with your baby doing a bunch of stuff, right? Got a baby. And the baby was with him the whole time. That baby was with him the whole time he was doing all this stuff. Like, he was doing, oh man, all the things. Who was that? Man, her mom, Susan, Susan, was her name Susan? The lady that, Suzanne was her name? I can't remember her name now. She had the little boys and the husband, unalived her, took the boys camping, act like they were going camping. I can't remember the name of the lady. You guys will remember in chat. And then he ends up, like 2 years later, or like, I don't know, like a year later, like blows himself up in the house with the babies, with his kids, because he gets unsupervised visitation with them. or I mean, supervised the visitation, but he knocks the lady out of the door and he's like, nope, Suzanne Powell, thank you. I couldn't think. It was there and then it was gone. But I will always have a vision of her in my head. Whenever I see a story like this, Suzanne Powell, that's who comes to mind. That's who comes to mind. Because her kids were in the car. Her kids, Susan's kids, Susan's kids were there at the time. And I believe, this baby was there at the time. And I thought about covering that story on this channel, or that case on this channel. Because the dad and everything, the father-in-law and the creepy father-in-law.
Straight out to Nana Saintu Bonsu joining us from Fox 5. I assume that the surveillance video within that store at the Walmart and the one in Chantilly where he's buying cleaning supplies and knives respectively has been curated, has been obtained by police?
Yes, that's what we're gathering, that they use this surveillance footage to recognize that these are the things he purchased on or around the 30th, not too far away from the day that they say he possibly murdered his wife. So we're learning that, as reporters, we were asking a lot of questions. What is going on? Why aren't you guys searching? But it seems like, they were onto something. They were just waiting to get their hands on some of that surveillance video that we just discussed.
I hope that they have preserved the trash outside of his home. Also, we're learning about the surveillance footage inside the Chantilly Walmart. And then he goes to another Walmart in Loudoun to make further purchases. Interesting. Why did he go to one not as close to his home? But also, during all this time, backtrack, he just buys a set of 3 knives, and all of a sudden, literally within hours, 2 of the knives are missing. And that said, he is acting like everything's normal. Listen, this is from our friends at WUSA 9.
We don't have like any type of that. It was like normal day, like other regular days. Just we were taking care of our babies. It was like very normal.
A normal day? According to him, his wife is missing and she destroyed her cell phone before she took off. That's not normal. Take a listen to more and watch his demeanor. This is from our friends at WUSA 9.
She wasn't affair at her work, and then she is very focused on her work. And then once we know she's not at work, then that makes very serious to me. And
so serious, you had not reported her missing. Okay, there's more. Listen,
even after the cops come to your door to check on her for a welfare check, they came to you, guy. You didn't have to go to them. You didn't have to make a phone call. No, she is not here. And while you're here, I need to report her missing, because if you guys are here and she's not at work, then she's definitely missing. That's what I would have said. You know what I mean? But that's why he's a criminal, and he's not. Criminals are not smart. Criminals are just not smart people. They're just not. They always get caught, it seems like. You never hear of anybody other than DB Cooper, getting away with stuff. And we'll be talking about that for the rest of our lives, probably. But nobody gets away with nothing. And with the technology nowadays, forget it. Forget about it.
In the master bathroom, investigators carefully remove the bathtub, and visible to the naked eye, detectives confirm what they believe to be blood, not just around the tub area, but blood appears to be stuck in the caulking. Investigators believe Naresh Bhatt kills his wife and drags her body, creating a blood trail, and conceals the body in a place that is yet to be located, even though they haven't found a body. Investigators believe the amount of blood detected in the master bedroom and bathroom is inconsistent with life. Naresh Bhatt is charged with murdering his wife and concealing her body.
With us is Adrian Paccarel, who knows the husband, Naresh Bhatt. Adrian, 14 years in the U.S. Army, a former congressional candidate. Adrian, thank you for being with us. What went through your mind when you learned Naresh Bhatt has been suspected in murder and has actually been charged as it relates to getting rid of a body or destroying evidence?
If he acts like he's surprised, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Everything he said already, He went and I asked him and I told him to be honest, and honesty is one part of our code and, our ethics and, and the Army military or whatever. I think he's Army military. And he would never answer the question.
Shocking and shaking at the same time.
They're always shocked. They're always shocked. They're always shocked. Adrian, why are they always shocked? I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say he was shocked. I knew it. Or it was surprising. We had no clue. We had no idea.
Because we are a small team. We decided to make sure his behavior and nothing happens to Neema. We as a military, we put the uniform to serve our nation, protect the people. And the thing I heard was very, very, very disturbing to me. It was very disturbing. And I was upset.
I think he's more upset right here, right now. I think he's acting because he knows Nancy's about to go down on him. The wrath of Nancy's about to be put down on him.
Anger in every single way, frustrated, and many, many things I can't really describe that.
No.
In the last hours, there has been a preliminary.
Nancy had something to say about that. She cut that crap out. Dang it, Nancy. Where's the uncut video?
Hearing of sorts. It was very brief and lasted a little under an hour. Joining me right now, Nana Seitu Bonsu with Fox 5. What have we learned after the hearing?
Yes, Nancy. So this morning it was a bond hearing for Naresh Bhatt. It's important to note that he is actually in custody for concealment of a body, but police still do not have Mamta's body. So his charge is for concealing a dead body. For his bond hearing, obviously, it's when the judge will decide, will we let him out on bond or we're going to keep him in?
Well,
the decision was we are going to keep him inside with no bonds. Now, I do have a colleague who was in that courtroom, and she did say for a second, people got nervous because the defense said, well, the prosecution or the state doesn't have a body, so why is he in jail or why is he in custody for concealment of a dead body? But obviously the judge still said, not strong enough, so we're going to keep him in custody. So Naresh Bhatt still inside a detention center with no bonds. And again, that charge is for concealment of a dead body, still searching for where Mamta is, her remains, or whatever the case may be.
To Nadia Navarro, a very dear friend of missing mom, Mamta. Nadia, I want to hear your reaction when you learned Naresh Bhatt had been arrested, not for murder, but for transport and concealing or altering a dead body.
I'm going to say she was probably confused, because I would be. I mean, and I went to school for criminal justice and applied science. That would throw me. I mean, I didn't go to school for law, though. That would throw me through a loop. What do you mean, concealment of a body? Well, where is she? I mean, like, even though you're hearing that, you'd still say that, like, like, I think that you wouldn't be able to hear you wouldn't be hearing it right, because that would be confusing. We're getting them for concealment, but we don't have her. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
I screamed.
No.
I happened to be in public, so I had to go into the police station, and I went to the bathroom and I sat down and screamed.
What are your thoughts at this juncture?
That's so sad.
I no longer think she's with us, and I'm horrified and in pain, and I'm so angry.
She had hope. She had that hope, and they just took that hope from her. Like, that's really sad. And this is the same girl that we read from on the Facebook page earlier. And I'll reread that post whenever Nancy's done here in a few minutes, so you can get a picture with the words, with a picture of the girl.
You, Brian Fitzgibbons, joining us, Director Operations, USPA Nation.
She's the one I told you guys that she printed out the really pretty bright colored flyers so that people would see them. They weren't just like a regular missing person flyer. It was like pink and yellow, or maybe like pink and purple or something like that. They were really pretty.
In wide security. What will it take for a murder charge?
Nancy, there's a mountain of evidence that investigators have already collected. Now, at this juncture, you got to be thinking that somebody could come forward, somebody close to Naresh could come forward with information. There's going to be more digital evidence being uncovered here as warrants are produced in this case.
There have been many other cases where husbands, typically, sometimes wives, begged for the return of their spouse. Does the name Chris Watts ring a bell? Or maybe Shanann? Listen.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back.
People believe this fool. Did people actually? Because I didn't ride in on Watts Island. You know what I mean? I didn't come in on that train. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord Almighty. Not at the creators, because of the creators I'm talking about, because of Chris Watts. I would not want to know about this case. I don't want to know nothing. I know enough. But people believed him. He don't take this to the poker table.
Listen.
Shanann,
look at this.
Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back.
What about unborn baby?
Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
That's from our friends at KMGH Denver 7. Chris Watts later convicted in the murder of not only his wife, but his 2 little girls. In this case, baby Neema.
I just have PayPal. It just is in the chat. Actually, Nightbot just like dropped it in there. I was like, good thing. If I put that in my chat, it'll reject my comment. I wonder if anyone else has had that problem. Like, I mean, I've never have to talk about it. Like, 'cause I never say like, there's my PayPal, but like it's in the chat. But like, I put nope, just PayPal, and it was like YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. I'm spamming my own comment section. Come on, YouTube.
Is safe. Baby Neema is safe. Praise the Lord for that. We have been told by a reliable source that baby Neema is with friends of Mamta Bhatt.
That's what we heard
But
too. I wonder who
as we go
she's
to
with.
air tonight, where is Mamta? We wait as justice unfolds. And now we remember an American hero, Corporal Ray Charles Hamilton, Okaloosa County Sheriff's Florida, shot and killed in the line of duty, survived by grieving wife Renee and beloved siblings Robert, Zeta, Samantha. American hero, Corporal Ray Charles Hamilton.
Didn't even have any babies of his own. That's sad. This world's going to hell in a handbasket, y'all. I stay home. I just stay home. I don't do nothing. I don't go nowhere unless it's Target. Like, I mean, I get enough of my fill on Twitter. I'm like, not stepping foot out in that scary place. Don't know what happened out there, but y'all lost your minds. I'm not talking about you, but you know what I mean. The world has. And Vincent fell asleep on me. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. He had one job tonight and he volunteered for the job. I said, I need to grab drinks before tonight. Like, cause I was usually I'll go to the store, like, before, like way before the live. And he's like, I'll go for you. I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I said, you're not gonna fall asleep tonight, Vincent? He's like, no, I'm not going to fall asleep. He fell asleep. He's sleeping like a baby. He's in there probably snoring. I don't know if he's snoring. But it's funny because he's been falling asleep on the couch the last few nights, which is fine. Because then I got way more room with the dogs. But I'm like, which is great. No, I'm just kidding. I miss him. But I washed the whole couch today. Like it's like a removable cover, so you could take them off, and like it's like a sectional, but it's removable. And then like the rest of it, I just shampooed with like our shampooer. Wasn't dirty, but our dogs get on there, and so like I mean, it was like I needed to do it. And he was like, "Look, he's like, you took my bed away." I was like, "I didn't. I did it. I'll put it back." Just kidding. Mhm. Aw, that's sweet. You guys are sweet to each other. We wait as justice unfolds. Yeah, and then she always says, "Good night, friend." She says that. I like that. I need to write her. I need to tweet her again or whatever, or X her again, whatever it's called. What do you call it now? So do you tweet somebody or do you X someone? What's the verbiage you would use if you're using Twitter? Everyone makes fun of me because I keep calling it Twitter. I'm trying not to, but I'm gonna be that person that's like too old to call it the new hip name. You know, like it's gonna be me. What was the time? I don't know. Oh wow, that sounds better. Nash Native. That sounds good. That actually sounds good. Oh, 8 months. Ladybug. That's a long time. I knew you'd been here for a while, but 8 months. I can't believe I've been on the platform for two years in September. Wow. I had 179 subscribers 2 years ago in September. Whole 179 of you. And it was cute because when I would go live and one of the ladies that used to be in our chat, and I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. I haven't seen her in a long, long, long time. But her grandson, he was younger. Her grandson would come in and get on the live before I would start my live, and his name was Jameson. And he would come in the live every time I came live. He was in here, and he would say, "Hey, Titanium," and I say, "Hey, Jameson." I always knew it was him because I could tell between, I think he was like 10 or something, 11. He was so young, but he wouldn't stay in for the chat or anything. He never stayed for like the chat or the videos, or she was like, he could just comes in and says hi, and then he like goes and plays or whatever. But he would always come in and say hi, because he would hear my voice or something. And, because I guess you could play me around the kids. Play me around the kids. It's okay. I'm not that bad. Twex. Is that yours or tweaks? Tweaks or Twex? Tweaks or Twex? I don't know. PKC. I could go either way. I had a random. I've had the worst. I gotta think of the song before. I can't just sing it because it's so bad. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's the name of it. Okay, I'm just gonna laugh. Ladybug, thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. Love you so much. Thank you for being here for 8 months. I mean, really, you are an asset. You're an asset to this chat and the channel, and really, really, you are Ladybug. Thank you for being a member for so long. There's a core group of you guys, and every night I'm like, my ladies will be in there, and Ladybug's one of them ladies. Cheryl's another one of them. Where is Cheryl? She over there taking care of them babies or something? Where's she at? I'm just gonna torture Cheryl while I can, She'll be like, "No, I'm here." But she did have some really the perfect grandbabies. Oh, I would do a collaboration with Nancy in a heartbeat. She'd scare the crap out of me. I'd have to bring my cardboard Nancy with me just for backup and be like, "Don't be hard on me." Could you imagine if I Okay. I gotta make that something. If I ever get on to Nancy, let's say, if it ever happens, ever in my YouTube career or in life, I ever meet Nancy and this cardboard cutout here is available, right? She will be with me. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure when Nancy turns on my camera, she sees her cardboard cutout, and I'll film it. So like, so she can, when she scares, she's like, you know, she's going to jump if she sees herself like that. She's going to jump and be like, what the hell? Now I need to get like everyone else on board. Like Grizzly goes on those bigger channels a lot. Grizzly, can we get you a cardboard Nancy? But I think I'm going to have Steven on again. I told him he's invited. I said the ladies probably miss him. Plus, he had a video come out, and I want to go over it kind of with him and with you guys. 14 months, Glow Bug. Look at that. 14 months. And I love that the tattoo on your little arm thing, like your wrist is still here. Like you're still, it just because it like kind of all goes together. Oh, thanks. That's a long time too. 14 months. 14. You're one of that's one of the most. Or 11 months. Where did I see 14 months? That's 11 months. Where did I see 14? No one's 14. 11, sorry. 11. Either way. 14 or 11. I thought it was 14. 11 months. But I think 14 might be the highest. Or maybe 15. I should look. I should look really quick. We should see. Let's see. I don't know if it'll, like if it shows you in order. Oh, wait. Total as a member. Vincent. Another Mary Beth Kroll. Bill Long is the longest member of the channel. Bill is. I haven't seen Bill in a while. Where the heck's Bill's been? Margot, if you're still in here, 18 months. Oh no, I think she was in here earlier. Allison's 18 months. Ashley 17 months. Dreamcatcher 17 months. Oh wait, there's more. I didn't go in. For some reason, it didn't go in order. But I think 19 or 20 months. I think was the longest. Hold on. Total time. Yeah, it's not like in order as the months, but let's see. Because then there's our 17 months, 16 months, 15, 14. Yeah, they all go like in all the way down to. But Vincent's the longest member, if you want to be technical with it, but that's funny. Vincent's the longest member technically of the channel. And he's at 20 months. So, yeah, that sounds about right. It took me a while to get my watch time hours in because I didn't live stream when I first started. I did just regular content. I know you are a Titan tier 2. I saw that. And so is Vincent on both of his accounts. That's sweet. I'm about to, well, no, I don't want to do that to you guys, though. I'm about to hike up the price and not tell him. How funny would that be? But I don't want that to affect your guys' price. But how funny would that be if I like hiked it up like 1 month to like $200 and he like got charged $400 and he's like, why? Because he has 2 accounts. I don't know why. But he has 2 for me. Because he's adorable. That's why. Oh, Otto, thank you. It is getting longer. I'm ready for my hair to be long again, Otto. Thank you for saying that. Thanks for saying it. I feel like I'm losing it. It's been like falling out like nuts, like crazy. I don't know why. I think it's probably because I'm just stressing about it falling out, so it falls out more. The tier 2 is so you pay more to be a member. Like, so tier emoji is the lowest and then tier 2 is the highest. So you're on the highest tier. I probably should give you better content, Mary Beth. What can we get for you? What can we do for you, Mary Beth? Speaking of my hair falling out, I felt like I was on there. It is probably stress from covering BHB. That's probably what it is. I see her and I think of me and I'm like, oh my gosh. BHB's like, oh my. Wonder what she's doing tonight. Is she like not in jail yet? Did she go? I'm just curious because not about Naresh. I'm just curious about Bullhorn. I feel like I need to stay on her toes. You can't take your eyes off of her. You never know where she's going to go. Betty, stop making the same video about JLR. You weirdo. I guess that's her. That's her way to get back at JLR. She's just going to make a bunch of videos about him. What is this? Please report this Facebook group. They're using my legal name and impersonating me. Text Anna Fernandez. Oh, man. How long have you been? Let me see. Where'd I put the... I think I exit out of it, but I can go back to it. Let's see. It doesn't like... I have to just go and see the order. Like, it doesn't put them in any order. I thought it was, but it wasn't. I'll see if I can find it. One. Well, where is it? Are you all the way on the like the last page? Watch, you're gonna be like on the last page. And these aren't in any particular order. Unless I passed it. Oh, there it is. 16 months. Yeah. And then if you like, I think if you miss like a month, it doesn't reset it either. It always like sends you back to like the month that you're at. But yeah. Oh, I doubt anybody will leave. You know. 2 years ago, September of 2 years. 2 years, September will be 2 years. So, yeah. You have an iPhone 4 Auto? I have an iPhone. I mean, my iPhone 4 is broke on the back, but I don't know if it would charge, but I still have my iPhone 4. Wow. Those are the best ones, though. They were the thick ones. The glass ones, though, they're made of glass. I mean, that's not a good idea for anybody to have a phone made of pure glass, but someone handed me one that knew me. The guy that sold it to me knew he's like, I knew you were going to drop that. Why did people put cases on their phone back then? They didn't. You found it today? I thought you meant you still used it. I was going to say, dang, Aldo. That'd be awesome if you still was using it. Mine probably still works. Mine cracked on the back side instead of the front. Screen's fine. It's the back side that's busted. I wish I could. I don't even know where. I think it's under the bed. I could tell you probably where it's at. I mean, I could go find it in this place because that's how organized we are. So usually they're here or under the bed. Oh, so you're using it for now? That's awesome. I use it all the time. I never had an iPhone 3. Why wasn't I cool enough? I had a BlackBerry. I went from BlackBerry to iPhone. Huh. That's crazy. And then we got Kohlberger in court tomorrow. What time is his court date? I don't even know what time it is tomorrow. I mean, probably 1 o'clock, I'd say. Or here, let's see. When's this hearing? August. Let's see. He's due back in August. Doesn't say. Really? Not listening to you there, buddy. Oh, here's the order. August 29th at 8:30. Hold on, that's the first. I think they're having two, aren't they? Hold on. No, just the one. The jury trial shall commence. Sorry, that's jury trial. I thought that was this year. That's next year. I'm like, what? That's the trial I was looking at. That said August 29th. It's the end of the trial. Only, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 29th. I'm just rereading through this so I could find it. Do any of you guys know what time it is tomorrow? If not, I can find out, and then I can always stream it. I just don't see it when I'm looking through the order. And I don't know why. It should be at the top. December, September court date. Okay, yeah, I don't know. That's very, any motion shall be filed. That's September 5th. Right here. There it is. The defense motion to change will be set for August 29th. Does it say what time? Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. It's always cute whenever you ask, like, this is embarrassing. Well, it's embarrassing for me, too, to have to look here with one eyeball and try to freaking read a freaking paper with one real quick. Thank you, PKC. I know. I was like, okay, I'm like reading with one eye. Like, I'm just trying to scan through this document. I figured surely someone would know, because I know you guys usually know. Oh, Vincent. Ladybug Vincent. So if it's 9, 10, 11, 12, it would be 12 here. Okay. And okay, so let me write that down. Actually, shoot, hold on a second here. I can't do 1 o'clock. Maybe I could do 1 o'clock. If you all act right. If you all act good, I could do 1 o'clock. Because I can come on before. I have a doctor's appointment. And I need to be gone for an hour. Completely gone from my computer. Except for my iPad. I mean, I can like, chat and stuff, but like, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody would be wild. Well, no. I have looked into the Discord. I just need to look into it more. I need to learn how to do it. I set it up. I just need to learn how to do it so I can tell you guys how to do it. Although my dentist work has been going great. Great. They did 2 caps. Well, they did my semi-permanent caps for my teeth. They're recapping them and everything. Recrowning them, I guess you're calling them. Crowns. That's what they're called, crowns. And the 2 that they sent out to the lab come back. And then they send out 2 more. I think I need 6 crowns total and 2 bridges. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. That's a lot. Dang. But I don't know if you guys notice when you go to the dentist office, and you will now. Now that I told you. But if you look at your dental chart, they colored in certain colors, for your teeth. And red is always a bad color to have anywhere. Unless you're wearing it on you, it's a shirt or something. Just red always seems like it's in the bad. And my chart used to light up every tooth, it seemed like, had a piece of red on it. Like, even if because they'll put a red on it if it's like whatever it is. If it's like little, like a little nick or like chip, they'll just put like a little chip there. But if it's like the whole tooth, they'll cover in the whole tooth. You know what I mean? So like every tooth had something on there at one point. And I'm like, guys, do you think I'm eating rocks over here? That's what it sounded like I was doing. I was eating rocks. That's what I felt like. And I looked at it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it was like nothing, hardly. Like hardly any red. I was so excited. So I'm almost done. Just knock on wood that nothing breaks, chips, and nothing. They're supposed to last 20 years too. So after that, I'm going with just dentures. I don't know. Leave me alone. That's what I'll say. Now I just go get more crowns. Crowns aren't bad. Oh yeah, we need to get some wristbands, huh? Did you have your surgery yet, Dreamcatcher? Didn't you say you were having a surgery or you just had one? Let me know how you're feeling. Okay, Cat's Life, I will. Yeah, I'm not good with Discord stuff. Because yeah, that's what you. Oh. One thing after another, Dreamcatcher, huh? It's like, you're like, I just, like, just went through this, just hurt my wrist and then your thumb. Yeah, that sounds like me. I feel like. I mean, my doctor the other day kind of told me, like, either we do surgery but he's like, but I don't want to do really surgery on you because, like, the nerve damage might, like, affect you. Like, it might affect your foot if we do the surgery. But then the alternate of that is me having to go to the doctor every few months. But, like, and he gave me his tool. He just was like, I'm not supposed to do this, but here, I'm just going to leave this on the counter. If you take it, you take it. And your girl took it. I was like, okay, that means he wants me to take this tool because that's, he just wants me to do it. So I took the tool and then I set up an appointment with him for 3 months. But thanks guys for always asking me about my stuff. I appreciate that. I really, really, really do. I really do because no one else asks me. Like, I mean, Vincent, he already knows. Misty, my best friend, one of my best friends, she's, knee deep in wedding planning. She's like, have you called about your room? I keep forgetting. I'm just going to do it tomorrow. I told Vincent tonight. And he didn't say anything to me. I have his credit card. Sorry, buddy. I'm just kidding. I want to put it, I don't know why I want to put in his name. I just think it's easier. I feel like his name's easier than my name. Just, I've always done that. I've always been a person. It's like, even my first name, like Tanya with the A, I get Tanya all the time. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I don't mind it now, but when I don't know. It's just a thing I try to just, I guess, avoid it now. When I was younger, I used to hate it. Just Squeaky. Oh no, we haven't been drinking any water, but we've been drinking beer. Yeah. Beer. I don't even drink. But I might, at the wedding, I might have a drink. You never know. Maybe not, probably not. My friend has 14 bridesmaids in this wedding. 14. 14. How long is that going to take for us to walk out? I just thought of that. 14. How do you find 14 men to, like, guys to go with that? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I need to know. I need to know who's all going to this thing. But she told me that. I was like, what? But it's not. It's not what she wants. I don't think. You know what I mean? I think she does. I think she thinks she does. I think we're gonna have a come to Jesus moment. Me and her are. Like, how many people have their stuff right now? But I don't know. That's what I don't know. I couldn't imagine getting married. I'm sure it's very stressful, especially when you're like from your hometown. You probably have an expectation. Nah, she doesn't want just no, Stephanie. No, and if she does, I would tell her. I was like, girl. No, I would tell her. But no, I think she would be happier with a smaller wedding. I think she personally would be. Like her brain, if she just like had someone to tell her. And I'll be the one to tell her. I'll say, come on, girl. How many do you want? How many do you need? How many do you really want? Because if you don't have 14 dudes, then cut out some of the women if you need to. Don't cut me out though. No, you could cut me out if I need to. She wants me. And she wants me to wear like I need advice. What's like I need a Western boot, but like a dress shoe. Like she wants it to be like a Western boot. How do we make that not look so Western-y on me? Because I'm not. I mean, I want to get some use out of the boots. I won't pay money for boots, you know. But she's doing like, I don't know. I guess it's like I don't even know the theme. I guess it's more of like a boho themed. Ooh, snake boots. It's he's rushing around now. Let me tell him I'll go to the store. Hold on. I don't know if he heard me. I don't know why I don't need to leave you just on here. I said, hey, Boo Bear. I call him that. I don't know. I think he said he would if when we hit a certain amount of subscribers. I think he said 100,000. I said 25,000. So we're getting close to that 25 though. We're getting closer to that than whenever we asked him. I think we were at like it was before 10, maybe even before 5, I think. Everyone's been wanting to meet Vincent. It's like he's like a secret agent or something. You had one kid go boho and one formal. Well, Renee, what's like, I guess getting me weirded, like I don't know, like I guess is because we're having the wedding in the city, downtown in the city. And so I just think when I think of the city and I think of anybody having a wedding in the city, for some reason, I just think more like modern. But this seems like more like she's doing a more of like a boho-ish type vintage kind of wedding. I don't know. It's going to be beautiful. Linda, I've been, yeah. She said, I never want to get married or have kids. Me too. Me too. I don't know why. I just never, I mean, you know. Now that I'm with Vincent, that's changed. Now I want to have kids because I want us to both enjoy having children, you know, if we decide to. And I want to have a wedding, but not your formal, typical wedding, because your girl over here needs what she needs. I need to be on my dental, or not my dental, but my health insurance. You're on your own, Vincent, in that aspect. I'll just take that common law marriage all day long. But I do want to have a party. No, like I want to signify like our wedding. Not our wedding, or like our vows to each other. Like I want to do like a vow like ceremony or something. But something like that someday. But not like a full-blown wedding. Just like a party, basically. Because that's what everyone wants to go for anyway, is the party. No, I'm not going to have a baby. But I said I want to have a baby with Vincent whenever he's ready to have a baby. Like, because I want to like us to both have a baby to enjoy having a baby and watching a little me and Vincent grow up. But if we do, we do. If we don't, then we don't. You know, we're just kind of, we probably should be, you know, talking about that more, but we're just chilling, you know, chilling over here. Are you talking about me? Because I don't do that. I don't do the act. Oh, ladybug. I never do the act because I'm on the computer. But if I could do it here, I just found out how to do it. Squeaky wheel. I'm over here going, I just figured out how to do that. Because me and Vincent, well, I said, Vincent, we want like a party or something so we can have like, people can get us wedding gifts, you know? Like I want to go somewhere and scan the crap out of some stuff. and be like, this is what we want for our home, you know? Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't need it. We don't need it. We don't even need anything for our home. Oh, you're on the iPhone? The new iPhone, titanium iPhone's out, coming out this year or in September. Next month. Yeah, I want it really bad, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's probably too heavy anyway. It's probably too heavy. I have this iPhone 13 Pro Max. Beautiful phone. Does everything I need it to do. Does everything I need. Now it's no iPhone 4. I wish it was, actually. I would take my iPhone 4 back. I say that every time I see it. Honeymoon fun. That's what we need. That's what me and Vincent need. Don't you get me, Renee, don't you. You're giving me some ideas. Give me some ideas now. You'll see me. I'll be like, fundraiser for the honeymoon. Wouldn't that be something? I know mine's not old either, but I want the new iPhone because I want the titanium one. But they're probably expensive. They're probably real expensive. And I have the titanium watch. I don't really need the phone, but I just thought, I think it's cool. That's all. She went to Iceland? Wow. Renee, that's an experience. Like, you can't put a price on that. You know? Hey, Astro. You know, like, really, you can't put a price, like, you know, on that kind of honey, especially like a honeymoon like that. Wow, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. You would like, yeah, you just start off you started off with a bang too. Like, look at that. You're going to another country. That's the way to do it. Biltmore. Oh. I was just reading the chat, sorry. Diane, that's sweet. And her doggy. Honeymoon fun, man. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, dang, I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm about to start selling off computers around here to go on my honeymoon. Vincent doesn't know about this honeymoon yet. We're the only ones that know. That's funny. Where would I go if I could go? I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'd probably stay on the side of the pond. I think that me in another country wouldn't go well. I don't eat well. I don't have a good palate for food, anything other than like French fries. Let's have French fries. Then I'm good, golden. But I'm so picky. I think that I would probably starve if I went to another country. Like I don't like anything, guys. When I say that, Vincent makes fun of me. Oh, it's a website you can do? I didn't know that's a website. I'm gonna look into that as the website. I might look into that. See, Vincent would love that. Vincent loves food. I would go to another country. I would go for him. I'd go for him. I would go for him. I would just like take some snack bars. Just let me take my snack bars and my store luggage. Thanks, Mary Beth. I appreciate that. Yeah, ask your daughter about it. I'm gonna actually type it up out here on my notes. Because I think that's a really cute idea. Like, even if I did that by myself, like every month I just put a little bit in there. I don't know how long it would take. Who knows? Probably forever and a day. But if you did that, what if I surprised Vincent in like a year or something? That would be sweet. Because he's always taking us on vacation. He's always doing something for me. Always doing something for me. Even when he doesn't even know he's doing it for me. Like cutting up my food or doing something nonchalantly, like just moving me over so I don't like step on the curb wrong. And, because I can't see. Like he knows. He knows. I don't know how he knows, but he knows. Hey, Earth, welcome in. Welcome in. I gotta go check the rest of the live out. I was almost late. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I was in Jones's live earlier. But I came over here at like 9. I was like, oh my gosh. I looked up. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. You like taking pictures of your meals? Oh, you should post them, Mary Beth. I take so many videos. Do you guys do that too? I do that all the time. Take a video and never post it. Oh, Vincent. I probably scared him. I feel bad now. He said, I'll go to the gas station. Oh. Because I feel so bad now. I don't know why I feel so bad, but I do. Because I said, where's my drinks? That sounds so mean. I feel like I was mean. And then it says, Vincent. That has exclamation marks. If you could hear him a minute ago, you could just hear like things shuffling around the house. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh man, my eyes are watering now. That's funny. A honey fund, yeah. That's what we need, a honey fund. Oh, Linda, I don't go over to Bullhorn Betty's page then for food advice. Because it's I know it was late. I know he already went. That's what I heard when he was like scuffled. I was like, I could go. I sent that. I was like, I could have went. I feel bad. I probably scared you. Because like when he woke up, he probably was like, like I probably scared him, like that feeling you get. Oh, I hate that. I feel bad now. Oh, that's the website. I was going to call it that. Honey Fund. I'm going to write that down. Honey Fund. Well, shoot, I'm going to Iceland. Maybe I'll go. If I would go to Scotland, I would go find Isabel. Everyone's probably like, who is Isabel? Who's this mysterious character? She just doesn't come in at night hardly anymore. Diane, he's really kind. He's the most he's so, I can't even get my words together. He's very kind. Just the kindest. I don't even know, like, I say I'm thirsty and that's what happens. Like, that's just what he does. He just does those things. He's so incredibly great to me. So I am doing well. I hope you are too. Me and Nancy. I forgot Nancy was over there for a minute. Selfless, yes. Very selfless. Very, very much so. I mean, I don't know. If my mom could have picked somebody, that's who she would have picked. Actually, I don't even think she could have picked anybody as good as him. I mean, really, he's that good. His mom listens too, so Mom, you raised a good one. I bet Ireland's pretty. Oh, I bet London's gorgeous. I bet there's so many places that are just like, I bet beyond words. I'm just too scared to get on the plane to go that far. I hate planes. And I don't mind being in the air or any of that. I just mind having to sit there for that amount of time. I can't sit still. 4 hours on a flight to me is like torture. When we go to California, I'm like, get me up. Like, I'm ready to get up. Like, I'm one of those people. Did you? Well, I'm glad, Mary Beth. That's a cute outfit. I'm glad you liked it. The black pants are going to be killer looking in the wintertime, girl, with the big, like, bulky sweater. Oh, yeah. Those are some cute pants. Cute. I have them actually. I think I have them in 2 sizes. I think I'm for myself in 2 sizes. That's because I'm a 2 sizer, sometimes 3. Just depends on what I'm wearing. Actually, just depends on the year. Not what I'm wearing. Just depends on the year. You don't trust. I don't trust the planes anymore either. Not the way they've been falling apart. I bet you guys both look cute in that dress. Someone else actually asked me about that dress in my comment section. They were like, the dress you're wearing in your picture is so cute or something. I'm like, you can buy this dress. Like, not the one. I guess I should have paid. No, I told her it was Poppy and Ari. Oh, that's really cool. You're going to meet your new in-laws? That's really cool. So far away. That's cool though, having different, like, coming together, different backgrounds it's really cool to see that. That's really cool. That's like Vincent's mom's Japanese. So I feel like whenever she's speaking, sometimes she uses both Japanese and English. Vincent knows absolutely what she says. Sometimes like the words all get confused. But it's me. It's not her, it's me. I think she actually used to teach a Japanese maybe or something like that. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah. So he's half Japanese, half Italian. The mocha dress. I might not restock this year on those ones, but if I can find it for you, I will. If I can find it for you with the one, like if they'll sell just one or whatever, I can try to get just one. Sometimes they will sell those dresses, but they only like I said, a 6, 2 small, 2 mediums, 2 larges, or they'll put 1 extra large or something in there for you. Have a good night. Have a good night, Earth. I'm about to get off here too. I'm sleepy a little bit. I'm like half asleep. I don't know. I'm in that weird, like my eyes are tired, but my body's awake. My brain's tired. Oh, Mary Beth, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I needed some more business cards, actually. I was like, I'm running low. I'm running low on business cards. Like, because, you get a stack when you get a stack of business cards. You get, like, so many. But, yeah. I was like, wow. I can get shapewear. I can get a better shapewear than, like, Spanx. It ain't going to suck you in. It's not going to suck you in, though. But it's not going to hurt you. That's the beauty of this stuff that I get. This brand that I buy. This stuff I get. Come to me. I'll give you the good stuff. But no, I can find some stuff too, because this brand actually it's called Nikki Bicky, and it's a brand that runs small, like it runs straight sizing into curvy sizing. So that's what I'm going to try to stick with. Like I want to try to stick with like at least the main staples being size, small, extra small, like extra small or small through 3X. Because that's usually what we can buy for in boutique clothing world. Now, when you get higher in sizes, or if you need lower in sizes, that's a little trickier to get because, it's just, they don't sell it as much, which sucks because I would like to go up a little bit higher in sizes, but I think that we can at least get to like a 3 to a 4. I'll have to put some back on there. I'm gonna have to get some more stuff. I need to get some more clothes and just everything. I do. I need a shop. That's what I need to do. I do have an online boutique. I could put the name of it. I'll put the link in the chat. Actually, let me do this because if you put in this code, it'll give you a percentage off. And I'm going to have a sale actually this weekend on all the summer stuff. I think I'm going to do like a some sort of summer sale. So make sure you stick around for that. And yeah, I'm going to jump off here. My store name is Poppy and Ari, by the way. Poppy and Ari Boutique. It is an LLC, so it's all licensed and all of that. I've had the business since before my YouTube. Somebody was asking me like something about YouTube and that, and I'm like, no, those are 2 different things. They're 2 different incomes, 2 different ways that, I work. You need fall clothes? I have those cute little jackets on there. I think those jackets are adorable. They're like the little plaid ones. And I need to put pictures of myself wearing the clothes in there. Like online. Or my mannequins. I have mannequins. I have pictures of my mannequins. I have videos. I always put them on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. And then I never put them on there. So I'm going to put them on the website. But if you guys aren't following me over on those social platforms under Poppy and Ari. If you do, you'll see the different like clothes on mannequins and stuff. So I don't know. Casabella. I don't think I've heard of that brand before. I'll have to look it up. But it might be a newer brand. But it sounds nice. Casabella. Yeah. Well, and there is a I wonder if we have it in a small. I'm gonna look, Mary Beth. If we do, you should get that. I'm like, you should get that. Just because I know that you like the clothes so much. There's a 2-piece set, and it's a brown set, and it has 3 buttons. If that's still in stock under a small, and I think I know your size pretty well, or you could probably even do us an extra small because it does fit bigger. That outfit, in my opinion, is the hands down the warmest thing I've ever put on my body and the softest. And I love that 2-piece set. I love it. I know I only have a few sizes left. That's why I'm trying to think. Like, I think I have a small. I think I took a small and there's one small left. But oh man, I love that thing. I'll wear that thing every day of the week in the wintertime. I love it. I love it so much. If you get cold easily, like you don't even need a jacket with this thing on out in the cold. Like, I love it. But thanks again for being here tonight, guys. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening on our live. I'm not sure what we'll cover. Probably Brian Koberger in the morning or afternoon, but we'll figure out tomorrow night. We'll figure that out because I do have other little things I was wanting to show you about Idaho 4 as well. So, she moved back to the bed. She's just making her way around tonight. But thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys all tomorrow evening. Have a wonderful Thursday. Bye, guys.